Let's go. Let's go, man. Hey, it's your boy Rico No Suave here with each and every one of you guys, man. Listen up. I say listen up. It's Halloween, everybody. It's Halloween, and yeah, I look crazy, but that's what I do when I am the Dark Skull Master. These are all skulls. What I have here, you know, I brought the baby back. The baby said, "Hey, Rico, I missed you all year. Please bring me back." And he said, "Yay, I'm back." And of course, the double head guy wanted to wear my hat. So I was like, "Okay, you could be my co-host for the day, but please just make sure you're screaming out my name." And then, of course, you see my pretty little kitty right here, little kitty. And then I got, just some brains. Yeah, that's what we do. Happy Halloween to everybody that do celebrate Halloween. If you do, we got a few little segments in regards about Halloween, everybody. But this is the first segment. But thank you guys so much for actually being here on the Rico No Suave show. Let's get it on. I had three of my favorite movies, everyone. These are my favorite movies of all time. Here's my first one. Nightmare on Elm Street, everybody. Yeah, hey, what I have to tell you is you either go to sleep or you're going to wake up. Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. Oh, my goodness. That was one of my favorite movies because it was all about dreams, baby. I had a hard time dreaming. That was one of my favorite ones, and I actually was in the attic with the lights off, and I'll never forget this for the rest of my life. I was a teenager, and I'm still not that old. And it was like, yo, I need to watch this. I tell you, I couldn't fall asleep for the rest of the night. So Nightmare on Elm Street is one of my favorites. Here's my next one. Hell yes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, baby. Ooh wee, Leatherface. Hey, if you haven't done so, on Netflix they actually have the monster, the Ed Gein story. He is Leatherface. So you got to see the backstory of it, man. I'm telling you, it's creepy, it's crazy, and it's you need to see this for Halloween as well too. So Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of my favorite, as well as gory, man. And it's all I can say is thank you, Mama. That's all he says in the movie. All right, everybody. Here's the last one. Well, hello, Clarice. Will always be my favorite one of all times. Anthony Hopkins, The Silence of the Lambs, baby. Always gonna be my favorite. I tell you, hey, this is what it's all about when it comes to me and Clarice. Yes, Silence of the Lambs, that's an old school movie, but it's still such a great one, as well, too. And if you haven't seen it, you need to go and see it, please. If you like horror films or just suspense, it's kind of suspense and horror as well too. But you got to check it out, everybody. You got to check it out. Those are my three top favorite of all times, Halloween style. Everybody, welcome to the Halloween show, Rico No Suave. All right, you know I got to introduce this beautiful young lady, and the reason why I say this is because she's a princess. When we say she's a princess, not normal things that we have here as princess coming on the show, but she's also a humanitarian. She's doing great things as far as for the community, right? She's also an entrepreneur. Of course, when being an entrepreneur, you take that first step to be able to make things great for yourselves, but also with a purpose. And this is why she's here with us. Big shout out to Beatrice Davis. Put your hands together for none other than Monalisa Okojie. Let's go. All right. Monalisa, are you there? Hold on. Is she there? Is she there? She unmuted? So let me see.
I'm here.
All right. Let's go. Let's go. Welcome, love. Welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Hey, I'm just dressing up for the occasion.
Oh no, you
Happiness.
have to ask me about my favorite Halloween movie,
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Sinners. Yeah.
The new one?
Yes, because I mean it's a perfect mix of mystery,
Yes.
intensity, suspense,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
It just keeps you thinking all through to the end of the story.
Let's go. Yeah, Sinners was a really great movie. I do have mad respect in regards for the film directors, the editors,
Yeah.
and just in general. When I usually see Creed, I didn't see this both sides of him
Yeah.
in Sinners, and that was a very great movie. Very great movie. Yeah, you picked a good one. I like that. All right, so I'm
I
gonna
wasn't
ask
going to
you.
allow you to get away with that. You talked about yours, and I had to talk about mine.
Uh huh. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So we gonna get there. We gonna get there. All right. So Mona Lisa, let's get it on. Are you ready to have a good time?
Yes, I am.
Me too. Let's get it on. You know, entrepreneurship, you have a journey with being as far as a humanitarian and leadership. Let's talk about your journey in regards to you being an entrepreneur and then also at the humanitarian as well too. Talk to us.
My journey has been very interesting. My background is in law. I started with law, and then I switched on to entrepreneurship. And then now my biggest focus is actually on the humanitarian side. For my jewelry business, which is Nehita, I just wanted to create a brand that could make an impact.
Yeah.
So each piece I designed, each stone that I used
Hmm.
had a story behind it. And it was a story of different things, anything from my heritage, which is where we use a lot of coral beads. So I
Yeah.
have a lot of pieces where we use coral beads, and a lot of the pieces were made in 18 karat gold, which is
Hmm.
not something that is very common here. And then I went from that I started off with law. I worked with my husband's law firm for 8 years,
Okay.
and he's a civil rights attorney.
Okay.
So I learned a whole bunch of things about civil litigation. And then I moved to the jewelry business, which I now do with a nonprofit that I founded called Expose. Expose is 13 years old
Wow.
now. And what we do at Expose is mainly to help the underserved communities
Yeah.
expand their knowledge through workshops in STEM and mental health.
Awesome. Awesome. You know, because we got to get deep into it. We gave kind
Of
of that
course.
30,000 feet, right? That was a 30,000 foot of what you do, right? Because being an entrepreneur and being able to take the risk to be able to do things on your own, that's what entrepreneurship is basically saying, I'm starting something on my own, or I will collaborate with someone and see how we can build, right? Let's talk about the leadership for yourself because you have different points of the lawyer piece, right? And then you have the business side in regards to you being able to create, to be able to have like a plan for yourself as an entrepreneur, because there's so many different elements there in regards to what you do. Let's talk about the lawyer piece, right? Because you also are helping the youth when it comes to the business aspects and how you're basically becoming that leader. Where did the leadership for yourself, how were you able to develop becoming a leader, right? And also to help empower other women in Africa?
I see leadership more like a service, and
Okay.
it has to be something you're actually passionate about. I don't think anybody sets out to say, "Oh, I want to be a leader." It's just
Mm.
something that grows in you. For me, it's leadership is about leading with purpose.
Yeah.
It's empathy, it's a vision, whether it's through Expose, whether it's through the jewelry business, whether it's through anything that I do.
Yeah.
I just feel it's about service. Who are you serving? What impact are you making?
I see.
So working with anybody on any project,
Yeah.
I just find out that most times I take the leadership position. I don't know how it happens. Even if I start off as they bring me on board to a
Yeah.
project,
Mm-hmm.
after a while, everybody starts referring to me as the leader. So the leadership means just using my platform to, celebrate African excellence, which
Yes.
I claim I am,
Yes.
I'm Nigerian, and leadership means my voice, my experience.
Yes.
And I want my voice and experience to open doors for the people. I try to lead usually in a way that inspires people, for them to see what is possible for them,
Yeah.
no matter where they start. True leadership is all about creating impacts that outlives you, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, leadership just means a whole bunch of things for me.
I
And
think
so,
I
mhm.
think for yourself, Mona Lisa, and your name alone, Mona Lisa, right, is kind of like the leadership of what everybody knows. Because when they hear Mona Lisa, everybody flocks to it, right? And if you think about it, your name is pretty famous, right?
Yes,
And behind that Mona Lisa is what people flock to you. They see kind of like a spark. They see that you're probably like born naturally to become that leader, to become that voice. Not everybody has that. Not everybody can do that because some people are shy. Some people are like, oh, I just want to be behind the scenes. I don't, I'll just help you. But you're kind of up front. So when we talk about leadership, I think maybe it's natural for you that you probably think that there's so many elements, but you're hitting all of those elements though, right? For why you have the business, correct? Would you say?
yeah, actually, yeah, you're probably right. I think so.
Yeah. I think so, Princess Mona Lisa. I would say, I would say for sure that it becomes you as far as becoming that entrepreneur because entrepreneurship needs that leadership within yourself. But becoming that leader. Let's talk about the empowerment of women because I want to know more in regards to how you help women with empowerment as you are a leader, right? How do you help the youth, the women, as far as in your journey?
Yes, so to help the women and the youths, they are two different people.
Yeah.
The women are already set in their ways, but sometimes they actually need somebody to expand their knowledge.
Mm,
So many women have ideas,
mm-hmm.
nobody's listening to them,
Yeah.
nobody's encouraging them,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them just don't have the means to do what they want to do. So that is where I become a voice for them.
Yeah.
I encourage them to do what they want to do,
I like that.
right? So I'll give you an example. So in Ghana, I started the nonprofit organization actually in Ghana. It wasn't something that I had planned to do. I went to Ghana with one of my sisters, and we just went on a fun trip. And we ran into a lady who wanted to help us carry our bags. And we're telling her, no, just give us direction to where we're going. And she said, oh, no, I'm going to go with you. She started calling us fine aunties, fine aunties. I'm going to go with you to the place you were,
Uh-huh.
to where we wanted to buy fabrics. And she ended up going with us. She stayed with us for a couple of hours. And I started talking to her, having conversations with her. What are you doing? What do you do? And she explained to me that she has an 11-year-old son. And during the day, she sells noodles. I don't know, the little Indomie noodles. She
Yes.
sells it during the day,
Mm-hmm.
but at night, she's a street walker. And
Wow.
I asked her why, but you have an 11-year-old child. And her explanation was pretty hard, very, her explanation actually broke my heart because she said nobody believes in her.
Mm-hmm.
And she had that child. The story is, very long,
Yeah.
but she didn't plan to have a child. She does have a child now, and she needed to take care of the child.
Mm.
So the only way for her to take care of her child was to, make a little money during the day and work at night. So but I noticed she was a very, very smart girl. And I said, if somebody were to help you out with education, would you go to school? She said, yes, but nobody's going to do it. I'm like, you don't say that. She's like, oh no, she has tried. Nobody's going to do it. And she was 29 years old. So she
Okay.
also thought she was too old to go to school.
Sure.
3 months later, after being in touch with her for a couple of months, having conversations with her, I was able to get her and 9 other girls off the streets into a school.
All right. Let's go.
So they've graduated, and this particular lady actually won. She became a manicurist, masseuse, a cosmetologist, and she won an award in South Africa 3 years ago for the best manicurist.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So
Yes.
it's really about having conversations,
Yep.
being a voice for the voiceless, and really encouraging them that they can be many things they don't think they can be, because we need to create the opportunities for so many people.
Yeah.
So many people don't even believe those opportunities exist. So when it comes to the youths, that's why we call ourselves Expose.
Mm-hmm.
Expose
Mm-hmm.
is all about education, excellence, partnership, opportunities, support, and empowerment. So, what we do with the youths is expose them to opportunities they never knew existed.
Yeah.
It can be as simple as a surgeon. A surgeon comes in to do a workshop at our program, and he asks the students, oh, what do I need to perform my surgery? And they said, oh, you need a nurse. We'll register, then we'll go into the room and you perform the surgery. And he was like, oh, no, there's more to it. They were like, no, you just need your nurse. And he's like, no, I need a respiratory therapist. I need an anesthesiologist. Without
Mm-hmm.
those people, I am not going to do the surgery. So
Wow.
these are opportunities that are available to people who cannot become surgeons. But
Yeah.
they don't know you cannot be what you do not see.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we expose the youths, especially here in Los Angeles, to such opportunities.
Yeah. I love that. Man. Hey, I congratulate you on that. Mona Lisa.
Thank you.
Hey, you have to be getting hugs everywhere. Because by you helping exactly, because what you're telling what you're telling the audience is anything is possible, but it takes also, and I feel that I have to use this word a lot because it portrays you as this, as a leader, right? A leader is someone that has confidence in other people to be able to help them to become that person that could be great, right? That's the whole objective of becoming a leader. To be able to bring streetwalkers or seven ladies off of the streets or whatever that they're doing and make them great and help them believe in themselves is what a leader does. That is not easy to do, especially when you have to be their therapist. You have to be their therapist. You have to be their role model. You almost have to be their parent in some cases or their guardian because in order for them to stay off of the street, you have to be able to know exactly where they're at, how they're doing, and being able to guide them to be able to come in. So I do congratulate you on that. That's not an easy task for
Thank
someone
you.
to actually do. I mean, as a leader for yourself. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, Borrico. I also do it with a team of people.
Sure.
I work with the best team of people who make sure that our programs are running and we're making measurable impact. We just don't want to help people, but we want to make sure that our impact is visible. We can see it, then we feel fulfilled and very happy.
Yeah.
Well, even though we started with 7 to 9 ladies,
Sure.
we've impacted over 50 women. We've taken over 50 women off the streets
Let's
and
go.
turned them into career women.
Oh man. You know what you should do? And this is just between me and you and the audience and whoever's watching this. You should do like a documentary of the things that you're doing to help women off of the street. I think that would be great. That would be a great story to tell for a documentary. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea. It's something that I've thought about a couple of times. And yeah, there's so much work to be done, Rico.
Yeah.
Most people focus on the negative things that are happening, but people don't really care to pay attention to the positive things that people in the world are doing. They just prefer to listen to all the negatives.
That's why sometimes we don't get recognized as good people because a lot of people love drama.
Correct.
But what happens is that we have drama in our lives to be able to have solutions, right? Our
Yep.
solutions is we find out what the problem is, what's wrong with the problem, how can we fix it, and then they see the goodness of what you're doing because they're going to see the bad part. Now they need to see the good part in regards to what you're doing. So, yeah, a lot of people do love drama and that's what makes this world go round, but then it's people like us that want to see good out of people. So, I like that. I like that. You know, there's people that's actually in live with us on a chat that I have to say hello to. They're saying hello to all of us. Of course, we have Patty Escobar. Hello, Patty Escobar. She says, bringing good vibes. Good vibes. Let's go.
Thank you,
Yes.
Connie.
Yes, yes. We says Donna Marie Bird comes in. She says, "Happy Halloween, team and guests." Thank you, Donna Marie Bird. John T for free is checking in. He says, "Happy Halloween, Rico fans." Thank you, sir. Thank you. And of course, you know who this name is, Beatrice Davis. She says, "I'm so happy to see Mona Lisa, and of course, I have a question for her." She said,
Oops.
"What impact do you hope to leave on the next generation of women and girls?" Great question.
That's a good question. The impact I want to leave is that they can never give up on their dreams.
Yeah,
They can actually be who they want to be.
yeah,
And there are actually so many people they can reach out to. They shouldn't be shy or ashamed to voice out what they want and to actually go after people who can help them. So the
yeah,
impact is simple: voice out what you want and actually reach out. And you'll be shocked
Do
at
you
the
think
results that you're going to get.
in that case, do you think that women, some I would just say people in general, right, men or women, do you think that it's kind of an embarrassment for they feel that they get embarrassed because they they feel that they're going to be taunted or they're going to be mocked in regards to trying to speak up on something that they're going through?
Actually, yes, there's because we also do mental health,
Yeah.
and there's a cultural stigma attached to that. Many people go through a lot of mental health issues, but they don't come out to talk about it because their family members will probably think they're crazy. Culturally, you're not supposed to come out to talk about any mental health issues. They may think you're also going to embarrass the family.
Yeah.
So, yes, there's a cultural stigma to a whole bunch of things, and that's why many people don't come out to actually talk about what they really want. That's why they're so shy or afraid to voice out their opinions or voice out different things that affect them.
Yeah. And I think because, we're all therapists in some cases, right? Because we like to, you know, ask people what their problems are and what can you
Yeah,
do to basically help them. We're not licensed, but we're like networking therapists, right? Because being a leader, we try to help as many people as we can, and we try to give them solutions of people that may not even have money to be able to do so, right? So I think for yourself, you have so many different elements to be able to help people and help women, of course, help women and girls in what you're doing is such an amazing thing. Um, Beatrice, we will get to your next question, but I do have a question for you in regards to a princess, right? I would love to know, and I would love the audience to know how you became the princess.
Oh, okay. Here you go. The very long story of how I became a princess. This is a whole topic. But anyway, I'm a princess, first of all, by birth.
Okay.
My grandfather was the king of the Ishan kingdom. So I became a princess by birth. And also, I married a prince.
Okay.
So I'm what they call Omiojeva, meaning a double princess.
Wow. You got two princesses in you. Is that
Yes,
what we saying? Oh, yes. And I have to
that's the
tell you,
part.
my hey, we're going crazy over here because we love your hat, right? We love your style. And in chat, Donald Reed Bird, she says, I love the hat. They're going crazy. They love the hat. So, everybody keep giving us some love on the hat. And yeah, because I know you doing jewelry. You do jewelry as well too. So we'll tell people how to basically get jewelry. Yes, as far as from you as well too. Before we take a quick commercial break, I do want to say there's a comment. There's a comment here by Donald Reed Bird. Let me see if I can get this here. Let me see. Okay, there are people in the world who are making billions with the work that they do, who may never know what true happiness is. Yet someone doing the kind of work that you do are an instrument of happiness. Donald Reed Bird, that is a very great statement.
Thank you, Donald.
Yes, that is beautiful. To be
Yes,
able
it
to
is
use that instrument, that is
beautiful.
that is awesome. That is awesome, and I feel that you're also kind of that role model, right? You're kind of that role model where people want to follow you. Now, I'm sure you do have followers, and I'm sure you have, that whole leadership. How does that make you feel knowing that you're kind of that role model?
It makes me, I really don't think about it.
Hmm.
I don't even see myself as a role model, but I just try my best to make an impact and to just help people as much as I can. I don't really see myself as a role model, but
No?
I
Okay.
just try to lead the best way I can.
Yeah. I think because, and I think, you know what? It makes you a role model even more because you don't think about it, right? And I think it just comes naturally for you as a leader. And I think that's the best thing as far as for you. Mona Lisa, we're at the halfway mark already.
Oh, wow.
It's going by too fast.
Yes, it
And
is.
I'm having a great time. Are you having a good time?
Yes, I'm having fun.
Me too. All right, so check this out. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, love. I want you to sit back, relax. We got a nice little commercial for you, and we'll be back shortly. Everybody, we got a commercial break. It's here with Princess, double Princess, Mona Lisa, entrepreneur, and also humanitarian and leadership. Everybody, we'll be back shortly.
So how would you get rid of a dead body, if you had to?
It's a good question.
It's pitch black. Weigh your body down. Problem solved.
Oh! I got it. Suicide. I put the body on the tracks and make it look like a suicide.
You could dump a school bus off that bridge at 2 a.m. Nobody would see a thing.
Mr. Walensky?
He put her body in the refrigerator.
You guys broke up?
Yep.
For real?
It would take an actual miracle for us to get back together again.
Hi, baby. Thought you forgot about me.
His fingerprints are on the cell phone. And why does he have her cell phone? Because he killed her. Are you drunk right now?
A little bit?
Let's just say I really don't want you to use my bathroom right now.
Let me see her.
No. Can't open the fridge.
All right, everybody. So at this time, you know what time it is. It's another segment of what we do for Halloween. Yes. And what we do for Halloween, everybody, is we eat candy. And when we eat candy, I want to know which one is your favorite. So you got to tell me which one is your favorite. Don't worry about the one that was eaten off on. That was me. And then, we have different types of candies here. You see there's the eyeballs there? That was like the chocolate. It was filled with something. If you guys know what that is, I've been trying to figure out what the eyeballs, what was filled in that, because I think I see butterscotch. I love M&Ms. I got the Starburst, right? The Starburst, the Snicker, of course. And you got the Boo candy as well, the Boo candy. But the butterscotch was nice, man. The butterscotch my mom used to always give me. And then, hey, I don't know if you guys used to know this, but I did not like to actually have peppermint. When they used to give me peppermint, I'm like, what? My breath stink? You know what I mean? Like, oh, we need something just to give you something. I'm like, no, y'all trying to be cheap. The Whoppers and a Baby Ruth. I wasn't a big Baby Ruth fan, but the Kit Kat, Twix, Butterfinger, Hershey's, the Whoppers. Man, my mom loved the Whoppers. And then you have the open candy. Guys, never eat open candy. If you have your kids out there, don't have the open candy. Throw that stuff away, because my mom was never let me have that open candy stuff. So, yeah. Tell me, guys, in the comments, what was your favorite? Let me know what your favorite candy was. I want to know what you guys think about the candies nowadays, because they got all different types of stuff now. All right, everybody, let's get back to the show. Yes, that was another segment of Halloween. All right. I think she's back. I think she's still with us. Monalisa, the princess, the double princess Monalisa, humanitarian, entrepreneur. Monalisa, you still there with me, love?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's get it on, baby. Let's get it on. Hey, I'm so happy that you actually here with me. And time is not on my side and it's not on our side. So let's keep it going. Okay. Now we got to get a little bit more deeper in regards to you being an entrepreneur and how you started these businesses, right? Because I definitely want to inspire people to understand that if you have one business, you never know where your talent might take you to open up another business, right? Now, being a humanitarian, because it starts somewhere, right? As an entrepreneur, the humanitarian piece, what influenced you to be able to be that humanitarian that you are today?
Actually, what influenced me was pretty much discovering that there was a void in certain communities, right?
Yeah.
Some communities did not have the opportunity that others had. So, coming from Nigeria, education is top priority for most parents, literally every parent. They want us to be professionals, so education is top of the list. But then coming here to the USA 28 years ago, I realized that in certain neighborhoods, there was this gap where nobody even cared about STEM education. And the teachers can only do so much in school. The kids, so after school, what do? And since we noticed the gap in certain neighborhoods, we decided to start a program, which was an after school program.
Uh,
And the program was STEM focused
okay.
for certain neighborhoods. We came up with a curriculum, we brought in professionals, we made these children do hands on workshops so
Yeah.
that they can see things that they are not used to. And just like I mentioned before, we're exposing them to different careers, different opportunities with a focus on STEM.
Mm,
So that void was actually what drove me to start the STEM program in Los Angeles.
nice. I like that. Being able to have building yourself to be able to help the youth because not all youth listens to their parents. And not all youth listens to others when they think that they know it all, right? And it's hard to be able to do that, but it's such a great thing to hear you to be able to be part of the program of kids that want to be helped or
Well,
kids that want to do things, correct?
yes.
So I think that's a beautiful thing. When you know that a kid that actually wants that help, how does that make you feel? What makes you thrive off of that?
Oh, it makes me feel really good and very fulfilled. You see, what we do with our workshops is we make it fun.
Yeah.
So in school, they do all the serious stuff and everything is very serious, but our workshops are fun, they're
Uh-huh.
hands on, the kids can actually see and feel.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between doing it in school and coming to our workshops. And we found out that doing it that way, actually did spark the interest of the students.
Uh-huh.
They were anxious, they were eager, they have a very inquisitive mind. They want to know, they want to learn. But
Yeah.
you have to make learning fun to an extent for them to get their attention.
Yeah.
So we made it fun for them, and we've since then we've had their attention, and we're seeing the impact that we're making. We went from 33% of students who wanted to do anything STEM related to about 79% this year. So for us, that has been so, so fulfilling.
Let's go. I love that. Do you ever catch yourself being a big kid when you're around kids as well, the youth?
All the time. I play with
That's me
them,
too.
I dance with them, I do exactly what they're doing. I do everything. I really love to be a big kid.
It feels good, doesn't it? It feels like
Oh,
you're just
it's the
reliving
best.
your youth all over again. I love that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So we got to get to another question that we do have here. And thank you guys so much for responding. Donna Bird, yeah, you like Whoppers and Almond Joy. Almond Joy, baby. Yeah, I love Almond Joy. Beatrice, let me grab this question. Where is it, Beatrice? There it is. How do you incorporate cultural heritage and ethnic ethics into your business model? It's a very good question.
Yeah. So it's interesting. I'm just going to tell you a little story. So when I moved to the USA 28 years ago,
Yeah.
of course, it was a cultural shock. I had never been to the United States. So it was a cultural shock. I call people, um, older people back at home in Nigeria, we call them aunties, uncles, Mr., Sir, Ma. And then here, I noticed people were calling people by their names.
Hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I can't call people that are much older than me by their names. So I will go Miss Sandra, Miss Tina. And it
Wow.
was always weird. Many people would tell me, please call me Sandra, please call me Tina. So a lot of cultural that I had to go through. It was so it wasn't easy. I had to try to merge my culture, with the American culture. Of
Yeah.
course, picking all the good parts of both cultures and trying to bring them together. And that is how I actually raised my kids
Yeah.
with a blend of culture, learning the language, knowing how to speak the language.
Sure.
Um, I hope I answered your question, actually.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah. I think
I? Okay,
because there's a diversity of heritage that we have here in the U.S., right? We have
correct.
people from all over the different countries all over the world that come to the U.S.
Mhm.
And I think some people don't understand the cultural comparisons of where they come from and how they speak. For example, in my and my parents brought me up saying, "Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am." And then I would wind up saying that to, "Hey, Miss blah blah blah. Hey, Mister, you're welcome, Mister." And I used to say that as well too, but I think it's just not everyone's like that. I think it's just it makes them probably feel old in some cases, the way some people say that.
Yeah,
So
one lady told me, "You just made me feel 20 years older." I'm like, oops.
did she look 20 years older?
No, she didn't.
See?
But I made her feel that way.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right, so before we take another quick commercial break, everybody, hope you guys enjoy yourself. You here with none other. I gotta keep it a double princess, Monalisa. Yeah, she is here with us, everybody, and you can tell how humble she is and how she's actually as a leader, and we love exactly what she's doing as far as for the world to actually get better. You know, one statement that I do have to ask you though, not a statement, I have a question to ask you. I brought up the candy, right? I brought up the candy. Do you eat candy?
I've been waiting for you to ask
I
me.
see. It was coming. It was
My
coming for a
favorite
second.
candy, my favorite candy wasn't there. It's Bounty, but then I like Kit Kat as well.
Kit Kats.
Yeah.
All right, so I got to put that dilemma on you. If you're stranded on an island and they say, hey, you can only get one piece of candy, your favorite, and we have an unlimited supply. We'll always bring it to you in a survivor pack. Which candy will it be?
Bounty.
Bounty. Wow.
Yes. It has
Bounty.
coconut in it.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's the Caribbean piece. Yes. Of course. Yes. I love Bounty. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, if you had a chance to dress up as far as someone or an actor or whoever, what would you be as a
Bionic
costume?
woman.
Huh?
Bionic woman.
Bionic woman. Okay. All right. Yeah, see, that leadership is right there. See, that goes along with the costume. Yeah. See, you don't choose to be a role model. You're just born to be one. You're born to be a leader. So the bionic woman, yeah, that's how. Would you have like a lasso? What would you have as far as in your hand if you had bionic woman? What would you have?
What will I have? You know what? I don't know. This is a live show. I don't want to start something violent. So,
Uh-huh.
what am I going to have? I really don't know.
Okay.
What should I
We'll
have?
take
Maybe a cape.
a
I don't know.
cape.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe a cape.
A
Because
cape
I
so you
was.
can fly.
Go ahead.
So you can fly.
Yes,
Okay.
from place to place. Yeah.
Let's go. Okay.
The
All right.
traffic in LA is so bad. So I just like to fly to the office in downtown and fly back home.
I like that. It only takes 5 minutes. That's all it takes. Just 5 minutes.
That's
That's
it.
all you need.
That's it.
Everybody, we got to take another quick commercial break. I'm having a great time with none other than the princess Monalisa, entrepreneur, leadership, baby. That's what it's all about, everybody. All right, everybody, after the commercial break, we'll be right back. We'll see you soon. Let's go.
Feeling sluggish? Struggling with stubborn weight and visceral fat? It's time to reset with Fupa Water. Packed with powerhouse ingredients like spirulina, turmeric, and aloe vera, Fupa Water is your daily detox and hydration boost all in one. flush out toxins, energize your body, and say goodbye to that stubborn belly fat. Ready to feel lighter and stronger? Get yours today at fupawater.com. And for a limited time, use code RNSS for the Rico No Suave show and get an additional 10% off.
So how would you get rid of a dead body, if you had to?
It's a good question.
It's pitch black. Weigh your body down. Problem solved.
Oh! I got it. Suicide. I put the body on the tracks and make it look like a suicide.
You could dump a school bus off that bridge at 2 a.m. Nobody would see a thing.
Mr. Walensky?
He put her body in the refrigerator.
You guys broke up?
Yep.
For real?
It would take an actual miracle for us to get back together again.
Hi, baby. Thought you forgot about me.
His fingerprints are on the cell phone. And why does he have her cell phone? Because he killed her. Are you drunk right now?
A little bit?
Let's just say I really don't want you to use my bathroom right now.
Let me see her.
No. Can't open the fridge.
What's up, everybody? Hey, if you've seen this, make sure you go and check out. Thank you so much for our sponsor for The Girl in the Fridge, my man, Tropical Media, Matt Baran. Thank you so much. And everybody, make sure you go and check out The Girl in the Fridge on Tubi and also on Plex as well, too. You definitely will have a kick out of it. My favorite scene of that is, "Are you drunk?" And he comes up and he's in the court. He says, "A little bit." I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I guess the judge knows what's going on there. So that is awesome. Monalisa, we're almost done.
I'm right here.
I'm sad. We're almost done. We only got a few more minutes left.
Oh.
We only got a few minutes left. So now, we kind of talk about your transition as far as from kind of like, your transition from Nigeria, from Africa, and then you came to the U.S., and it's kind of like, two different worlds, right? Two different worlds, and how you try to get acclimated in regards to how people respond to you, but also how you respond to them, and also, it comes from, even for us, like in regards to the accent, right? The accent in regards to being able to make the pronunciation right for people to understand you, you understand them, because I'm sure that coming from a different country, when you hear people talking, it's like, man, it's kind of foreign in my ear as well, too. Like, here in Chicago, they say we sound like we're singing, when we're talking. And I'm like, well, I do sing. I sing in the shower. That's what I do. It's a little bit. But that transition for you, though, let's talk about food. Let's get a fun fact about Monalisa, about food. Because there is, of course, the international food that you actually grew up with. What was it like coming to the U.S.? What was the first thing, if you remember, that you tried that you never had before?
Tacos.
Tacos.
Yes.
Okay, what type of tacos? What type of meat? Did you eat? Do you eat meat? I'm sorry. Do you eat meat?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. It was all the tacos, the pork, the beef, yeah,
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it though, but it
Yeah.
was something I did not know about, and I tried it for the first time, and I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. Did your
Hmm.
family try tacos too? Did they like tacos as well?
Yeah, yeah, we have Taco Tuesdays now.
Let's go.
Yeah, so we all love tacos.
Let's
But I
go.
mean, culturally, the food that we eat in Nigeria, we still eat everything here
Yeah.
because you can actually find the items and ingredients to purchase from here. They have African stores, so you can buy the items and you can still prepare the food. So
Yeah.
we're enjoying the best of both worlds. We're eating the Nigerian food and we're eating the
Yes.
American food. So the
Let's
best of
go.
both worlds.
It's really good food. I mean, I love cooking, but I've actually cooked, food from Nigeria as well, and
Oh, nice.
it's such a great cultural thing. And I love to cook international food, but I really, admire that, but want to know exactly on the outside of what you usually would cook or what you're not used to that eating. Taco Tuesday is what it is. So I know that I'm coming for Taco Tuesday at Mona Lisa. Princess House is going to be on a gold plated plate and everything's going to be good, right?
No, I'm gonna give you, if you come, I'm gonna give you jollof rice,
Jollof.
pounded yam, egusi. No,
Yes.
I'm not gonna give you tacos.
No
I'm
tacos.
gonna give
Okay.
you
I'm not
the
coming on a
Nigerian
Tuesday then.
food.
No Tuesdays.
Come on Wednesdays.
Okay. All right. So Mona Lisa, now let's talk about the jewelry, right? Let's talk about the jewelry. Najita Incorporated. Let's talk about the jewelry. What type of jewelry do you specialize in as far as for the business?
So Nahita jewelry is high end. It's all precious metals
Okay.
made out of gold, 14, 18, 22, 24. And we use gemstones, diamonds, rubies, sapphires, all precious metals. It's Nahita jewelry is 15 years old now. And I must tell you, it was a struggle to start because just like you mentioned, um, coming from a different culture with an accent, which I'm very proud of,
Of course.
and learning how to run a business here was not easy. It took a lot of talking to people and a lot of rejections before I started, because also I got into the business that is not where you don't see people like me, which is Black woman,
Hmm.
and especially with an accent. It's not the type of business that people like me usually get into. So it was very challenging,
Sure.
but here I am today, 15 years later.
Let's go.
Yes,
Hey, just tell people, get used to it. I'm
correct.
here. I'm
Yeah,
here,
I mean,
Mona
people
Lisa.
tell me you have an accent and where's it from? And I'm like, thank you. It's from Nigeria, but you have a beautiful accent too. Where's yours from? Because I really believe that we all have accents, no
Yes.
matter where. Like you mentioned, the Chicago accent, there's the New York accent, so
Yep.
there's the LA Valley girl accent. So
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
we all sound different, but at the end
Yes.
of the day, we're all one.
Let's go. You know, I'm gonna put my cane to the side, put you down here, little buddy. I have something for you,
Yay!
and
What is it?
I got something for you. This is for you. I got a
Oh,
shirt for you.
what does it say?
The Rico No Suave show.
Yay! I can't
Yes,
wait
yes.
to wear
So,
it.
I give you this shirt because you are, no pun intended, Nahita, you are a gem of the world,
Oh,
GEM. And the reason why
thank
I say
you.
that, love, is because just by listening, number one, you're willing to help people. You're willing to help the future. You're willing to help people in need. Empowering women, I think, is a really great thing because you kind of relate to them to be able to help them understand the way of life in from a negative to a positive way. To be able to take women off of the street is what we need to be able to save the future, right? And I think for yourself, and being an entrepreneur and showing them the ropes with being able to show that jewelry, right? To be able to have that exposed, to be able to expose them to other different things of life, to say, hey, there's a better way of doing things. Let me show you. And last but not least, leadership, right? Becoming that leadership and also being that role model for people is why you're a gem that actually shines naturally. You don't have to force it. It just came to you. And I think that's the reason why we love what you do always. So welcome to the family.
Thank you.
Welcome to the family. This is for you. Let's go. Let's go.
Thank you so much, Rico.
You're welcome, love. You're welcome. I do want to show people your social media before we go, because everybody you see right there on top is Monalisa Okojie. I kill it. Okojie.
Okojie. Yes.
Okojie.
Yes.
Okojie, baby. That is Instagram. Monalisa Okojie. Yes. Make sure everybody go and follow her. Show her some love. Get that jewelry. If you're also humanitarian for yourself, go ahead and reach out to her, right? I'm sure there's other projects that will be coming up to be able to help the world get better. It's 24/7. Here's websites for you. The next one is Nehita.com. Make sure you go and support her on her website. That's the jewelry, everybody. If you're looking for some good jewelry, don't say, hey, I saw you on Rico No Suave show and you're giving out discounts. It ain't like that. That's not the type of party, right? Not that type of party. We ain't collaborate like that. So make sure you please go ahead and show us some love there as well. And last but not least, this is big, expose.ngo. So make sure it's all about education. It's all about making sure that we help the world get better, but make sure you go, please, make sure you go and show some love there. And anything you can do to contribute or even give ideas, suggestions, hey, everything is all about ideas and how she continues to grow. Monalisa, I had such a great time with you today. Did you have a good time?
Yes, this was fun. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. You know you're going to have to come back on the show because I want to see how you're doing within a year, right? I want to see you back on the show as well, too. And then, yeah.
I'll be back.
On the show. Okay?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay, cool.
So much. I mean, for creating a platform where people can, lend their voice to, spread the information about what they do.
Yes.
So thank you. I've read so much about you making an impact as well.
Thank you.
So thank you for what you do too.
I really appreciate that. Monalisa, I will see you soon, love. We got to get out of here. Everybody wants you guys to put your hands together for none other than the double princess, Monalisa. Yeah. All right, love. Everybody, we got to get out of here. It's your boy, Rico No Suave. Thank you guys so much for actually being with us. And, of course, you already know Halloween, everybody. Halloween. Thank you for the baby that actually showed up. And also for the double-headed guy, the double-faced guy. Thank you so much for wearing my hat and showing the love and the kitty cat. I always got the black cat and always using my brain, everybody. Always using my brain around here. But thank you for also a big shout out to my producers as well, too, rocking it out with me on Halloween as well, too. We always have fun in the back end. But thank you guys so much. We're going to show you our social media, everybody. On the back end, it is our website, everyone. It is www.thericonosuaveshow.com. Make sure you go and show us some love there. Here's the next one. Next one is Facebook. Make sure you go to Facebook, like and love everything we're doing. The next one it is Instagram. Yes, Instagram. Follow and like us. Rico No Suave Show, everybody. Make sure you go ahead and go and show us some love. Oh, this is another one. This next one is important. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, everybody. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Rico No Suave Show. Last but not least, it turns into a podcast, everyone. So if you want to get some audio and you want to be driving, go ahead and drive. You ain't got to watch me. You ain't gotta watch me. It's only Halloween, everybody. I'm scary enough. Mixcloud.com, Rico No Suave Show. Everybody, we got to get out of here, but thank you guys so much for being here on the Halloween special with us as we end off the show just like this.